In the Middle East, we're keeping an eye out on Iraq's Kurds as they hold the first election since attempting to hold a secessionist referendum last year. Not only will the election show us who's in charge in a Kurdistan upended by that failed secession attempt, but most importantly, it'll give us an idea of who might have the power to tip the balance in Baghdad, and whether the new government will favor the US, Iran, or, an increasing possibility, neither. Their various factions are still trying to put together a new government after the country's May 12th election left the country divided not just between Shiite, Sunni, and Kurd, but also within each sect. Now that Iraqi politics is increasingly breaking away from its old model of being all about these all-powerful sects, the country's Kurdish factions, divided as they are too, have a shot at being part of a cross-ethnic, cross-sectarian government that has a lot on its plate after the defeat of the Islamic State, water shortages throughout the country, and protests in Basra. The Middle East isn't the only place where America is trying to balance its influence. In India, President Putin of Russia will visit Prime Minister Modi, and we're looking for potential defense and economic deals that might result. Russia and India are already close and have a relationship going back to the Soviet Union. But what's new today is America's CASTA law, which allows the country to sanction anyone doing defense deals with Moscow. We're looking for those kinds of deals that might cause the Americans to use that power in India, but we're also looking at how the Americans decide to approach this delicate situation. They hardly want to push Modi towards Putin, but they're also trying to keep Russian influence from expanding to its old Soviet stomping grounds. What Putin and Modi agree to will be notable for our understanding of the Russo-American balance of influence in the subcontinent. Finally, in Africa, and the unfolding events in the continent's horn. The Eritrean-Ethiopian détente will continue to unfold. And on Ethiopia's side, the country's ruling coalition is preparing for a party congress. The Congress will clarify whether or not the party is behind Prime Minister Ahmed's ambitious economic reform plans, no small feat in a country developing at a rapid pace, and his reconciliation with Eritrea. Some factions may emerge that can pump the brakes on these projects and stall Ahmed's otherwise meteoric political trajectory. Issues like economic privatization and ceding territory to Eritrea, touchy issues for nationalists as well as workers dependent on state largesse, could come up and rally some within the Tigray People's Liberation Front, a crucial member party, to an internal opposition that derails Ahmed's plans for East Africa's biggest economic and military power.